All right, so I am driving up to Vancouver, Washington, where I have my residency. I have a P.O. box and I need to check my mail. And while I'm driving, I thought I would try out this suction cup windshield mount for my OSMO Pocket and see what kind of footage I can get. It's a very, very bright day out here, probably in the 80s. And the sun is quite harsh. And we'll just see how the camera handles this. I've got the face tracking setting activated on my video
At the
camera.
light, turn left onto Southwest Multnomah Boulevard.
And I also have Google giving me directions. Flip that camera around, see how it does. One thing I'm a little bit concerned about, which I'm not sure any camera can really make any better, is the reflection in the windshield. The image stabilization should be pretty good. It should be able to handle basic bumps in the road. Please turn it left, mile 2.
In half a mile, merge onto I-5 north.
All right. Thank you, Google. It's all the directions I need from you. Cancel navigation.
All right, done.
And I have a little stubby microphone plugged in. It's a, I think the name of the company is Seraphonic. And it's very, very small, and I have to use the microphone adapter. But maybe I'll remember to take a photo so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, very harsh conditions out here. I have an ND filter number 8. Perhaps it needs to be a little bit darker filter for such bright light. Kind of like putting sunglasses on your camera lens. Here we go, getting on I-5, heading north. Somebody's riding their bike on the freeway. Crossing the mighty Columbia into Washington. Alright, so I'm almost to my P.O. box. My residency is in Washington. It was the last place I had a physical address, a place where I lived full time. And because I just didn't know where I was going, when I started traveling, I just kept my address here, and I moved the address to a P.O. box. And I check it like 2-3 times a year. I get very, very little mail here. Mostly what I get is voting pamphlets, my ballot, and city and county generated mail. It's a very bright day out here. And I'm going to turn the camera Probably seeing a little bit of reflection from the windshield. It's noon, so the sun is directly above us on a very bright day. We arrived at this little shopping center and a UPS store. All right, let's go check the mail. All right, so I got my mail, and as I expected, it's just voting stuff. So I'm really happy I came today because there's a primary tomorrow. And so I've got my ballot. I need to fill this out and get it in the mail by tomorrow. And then the only other piece of mail was from Land's End. I got a catalog. I had purchased some items, had them delivered in Crescent City, and of course now I am getting catalogs from Land's End, so I need to contact them and have them take me off their mailing list. But that's all I got today, and that's I'm really glad I came. So all right, let's head back to Portland. Always lots of traffic here on I-5. It's the main thoroughfare going down the Pacific from Canada to Mexico. Very old freeway. And this bridge in particular, right across from Washington into Oregon, is very, very old. And there have been discussions to replace it for years and years and years. I think as long as I've lived in Portland and Vancouver, for over 20 years, there have been discussions to replace this bridge over the Columbia River. All right, so that should give a pretty good idea of how this camera works. And I'm really hoping I can get some cool shots with it as I'm driving. I have tried to use my GoPro for taking shots while I'm driving, but it's too complicated. It's hard to get to the controls, and I just couldn't figure out a good way to mount it so that I could talk into the camera and then flip it around to the front to show where I'm driving. And I really like the GoPro on the Trike. I think, I'm really comfortable with it. I like the colors. I like the image stabilization. But I think that this camera, this Osmo Pocket, will be very handy for driving and for hiking. I think it's going to handle some of the bumps in the road better because it has the gimbal. Not just when I'm driving, but also when I'm walking. So let me know what you guys think. It's kind of a interesting accessory here, and hopefully I can get some interesting shots from the road while I'm driving. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.